the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, where you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with us, Matthew Lester, and enjoying the sunshine while it's out today. It does look like things are going to cloud up as we go into the afternoon. We won't be as warm today as what we were yesterday, and all of that will be a function of the increase in the clouds as we go into the later afternoon. And then tonight, we are looking for mostly cloudy skies, and I got a funny feeling probably about 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's when we're going to begin to see some rain shower activity. Matthew, right now, it doesn't look like we're as warm today as what we were yesterday here at noon.
So, over at the airport, it's sunny at 58. Over in Midland, it's also sunny at 58. Here at Radio Center, it's sunny at 57. We have southwest winds at 9 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 29.97, and it's falling.
And all across the lower peninsula, temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. I don't see a 60 anywhere until you get to, of all places, Pellston and Rogers City. They're looking at 60 degrees. Upper peninsula, just a tad cooler, but not a whole heck of a lot. And it does appear as though warming up this afternoon, probably 66 is what we're going to look for. But again, as I said, mostly cloudy tonight. We'll drop down to right around 49. And you'll know that the low pressure system is approaching. It's going to move into the Arkansas, Missouri area here as we go past the noon hour today. Then eventually it's going to work its way into southeastern Illinois, southwestern Indiana, and that's when we're going to begin to see an east breeze. Not real strong, 10 miles per hour, 11 miles per hour tonight. That's going to be about it. But as we go through the day tomorrow, that east wind is going to pick up, and we will have gusts around 30 miles per hour tomorrow during the day as that low comes ever closer to us. And again, coming out of the east. The winds are going to begin to change direction as that low pressure system moves through the Ohio River Valley and into the lower peninsula. It's going to cut a path roughly from, I want to say, the Jackson area, maybe where 69 and 94 intersect, right around there. That's where the low is going to move into Michigan and then cut up through the upper thumb area. As we go through the day on Thursday and Thursday night, you're going to know when it is moving into the lower peninsula, because during the day tomorrow, we should work our way up to, very possibly 60. And then the temperature will drop as we go through the day. The chances of rain will dramatically increase as we move through the day. That east wind gusting to 30 miles per hour will become northwesterly, gusting to 30 miles per hour overnight, tomorrow night, as that low moves up into the northern sections of Lake Huron. And once it gets up there, which is going to be on Thursday night, we're going to have a west wind, and it will pick up in intensity. Thursday night and Friday morning look to be very windy. We'll have west winds gusting to 40 miles per hour on Thursday night, and then Friday morning it's going to become a little bit more northwesterly as that low moves further to the north, and we will have gusts up to 50 miles per hour on Friday morning. Literally, it's going to blow itself out, because as we move through the day on Friday, we're going to watch for that northwest wind gusting to 50 begin to calm down as we go into the afternoon. Shower activity, whatever it is, with a high temperature of 46 on Friday, it's going to blow that moisture out. So Friday afternoon, I don't expect much in the way of precipitation at all. It's going to be just flat out windy out of the northwest. Then Friday night, clear out. We're not looking for much in the way of clouds, and certainly nothing in the way of precipitation on Friday night. 38 is going to be our low on Friday night. Then on Saturday, mostly sunny skies. We're going to work our way back up into that 60 area, about 62 or so. There will be a chance on Saturday night of seeing an isolated shower around. That'll be after midnight on Saturday night. A low temperature then probably 46. And then on Sunday, partly cloudy skies, 70 for a high. And we're going to stay in that mid to upper 60-degree range as we move into the work week next week. So that, in a nutshell, is what that low pressure system is going to do. Incidentally, here just within the last hour or so, along the Gulf Coast states, tornado watches, tornado warnings have been posted, all of that because of this system, which right now is in northern sections of Louisiana, moving into southern Arkansas. So you're probably going to hear about tornado damage, Mississippi, eastern Louisiana, into Alabama and Georgia as we move through the afternoon today and tonight. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Cody Harris from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. You think Mother Nature is going to sit idly by as we move through the summer? Not in a heartbeat. She's thrown us a lot of curves, and she's going to continue to do it, so it might be a very good idea to get in contact with the Sarr Agency and talk about risk management. They are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can get a hold of their agents by cell phones or for emergencies. So try them out, or better yet, just call the office, 989-868-4722. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. We say good morning to Cody Harris over at Star of the West. And Cody, getting ready for the next report coming at us?
Yeah, we got the April WASDE report coming out tomorrow, our time at noon. So definitely seeing a little bit of setup here. I don't think there will be too many changes. I mean, kind of as we maybe look into it, maybe on the corn side of things, maybe we're looking at, or trade's definitely going to be looking at some revisions, maybe the both Brazil corn and soybean crops. That may have effect, especially with soybeans being about 80% harvested. I think you're going to start seeing maybe some numbers between CONAB and USDA maybe come closer together as far as production numbers are concerned. So that's maybe where you're seeing a little bit of pressure here, but soybeans are definitely getting affected here this morning. They're only one in the red, and that's mostly due. We had the Consumer Price Index report come out today, and it was a little higher than expected. I think we were up 0.4% for March, and that's definitely pressuring soybeans here, more or less to do with some soybean demand. It's definitely reflecting the U.S. dollar strengthening today. So that's really affecting that market here right now, Terry.
Yeah, they're taking it pretty hard right now, the soys. So what do you got on the board?
Yeah, right now we're looking at cash wheat. That's up 5 here at the moment. 558 on the white, 468 on the red. New crop wheat, I'm going to call it also up 5. 572 on the white, 492 on the red. Cash corn is up 3 at 354. New crop corn, that's up 2 at 405. And then look over at soybeans. Cash soybeans are down 8 at 1082. And new crop soybeans are down 9 at 1088.
You have a great day, Cody.
You as well. Thank you, guys.
You take care. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us now. The Market Report brought to you by Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture since 1895. Now they've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay Area to take care of you even better. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And the Market Report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're in the market for a new Ram commercial truck or a Ram heavy-duty truck and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, now is the time during the spring Ram commercial truck season to see Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
Well, what do you got cooking up now?
Obviously, as he said, the inflation numbers came in hot, 3.5% year over year. Of course, their target's 2%, so that kind of puts a rate decrease further onto the back burner. The dollar's at 105.18. That's not very helpful. That's almost a full percent higher. Like I said, not at all helpful. Stock market's kind of sort of coming down, not breaking down yet, but the Dow broke down. Okay, so it broke its daily chart, not a big deal. S&P and the NASDAQ Qs, they're still a little bit away from a breakdown, 1.5% or 2%. So, I mean, bears watching, but not panicking at this point. Yeah, so the inflation numbers, they were a lot due to crude oil. Who'd have thunk that? But yeah, Boeing hit a new low today. That's one a lot of people watch, and so that's kind of sort of a falling knife at this point, and we'll have to see where that goes. As far as metals goes, copper hit a new high today. That was the only one of the 3 or 4 that we report on. So we'll have to see where that plays out. And yeah, Nvidia broke down yesterday. It hit the 10% mark down. Still up 70% year to date. So it's not like people are panicking, but boy, it can get volatile in a hurry. So anyway, nobody's selling that yet because they can't afford to pay the taxes on it. So there you have it. Here are your numbers. The May corn is 435.5, up 4 1/4. July corn 446 3/4, up 4 1/4. May soybeans 1168 3/4, down 5 3/4. July soybeans 1182, also down 5 3/4. The May wheat is 561.5, up 3 3/4, and July wheat 576, up 4 cents. Crude oil stable, just because the inflation numbers came in hot, and also there was possibly an inventory build that they might have mentioned also. But 85.24 on crude oil, up a penny. Heating oil is 267. That's down 3/4 of a penny. Gasoline 275.38. That's down 0.2 of a penny. And natural gas 188.5. That's up a penny and a half. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3691 Canadian. That's getting, that means the Canadian dollar is getting cheap against the U.S. dollar, obviously. So that's up 123 ticks. The dollar buys 152.93 yen. That's up 116 ticks. And remember that 155 mark is where they're going to intervene, come high water or whatever. The euro's at 107.35. That's down 120 ticks. And the dollar's at 105.18, up 103 ticks. Gold's at 23.4520. It's up $1.70. Silver's 27.98. That's up 9 cents. And platinum's at 958.70. That's down 13.70.
Sounds like a road trip to Canada might not be that bad of an idea right now.
You're going to get cheaper all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Doug, thanks.
Okay.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They are available with lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. So just stop by any of their conveniently located offices and see how they can become your hometown financial solution. Find out more by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Matthew, who do we have now?
Up next, we have Ed Garber from Nutrien Ag.
Ed, the topic of conversation these days has to be getting out in the fields, but everybody that I talk to is telling me Patience, patience, patience. What do you think, Ed?
You're right on. That is the talk of the town, right? The weather's beautiful. People are getting antsy. Yeah, a few sugar beets getting planted, a few soybeans getting planted, but yeah, let's wait for this rain to get through, and if the forecast is favorable after that, hey, probably
Well,
time to roll, Terry.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Now, the forecast, I got a funny feeling we're going to be looking at by Friday afternoon about 1.5 inches in the gauge. Hopefully it doesn't all come down in 20 minutes. But, really, we need some moisture right now.
Yeah, we really do need some moisture. I've heard a little grumbling just today. Boy, I wish it wouldn't rain, but let's all remember it's April 10th, and there's lots of time. Let's get some moisture built up, and yeah, get some sunny weather coming. And toward the end of April, when we really ought to be going, it'll be a good time to go, right?
You got that right. Now, as far as weed application, are you seeing a lot of that on already?
Yeah, a lot of weed applications have got done in the last 10 days. Ground conditions have been good. Weather's favorable for that. So yeah, absolutely. Get out in the step, and evaluate those wheat stands too. Make sure they're worth keeping as well, Terry.
Yeah, I guess so. Ed, you take care. Drive careful, okay?
All right. Have a great day.
I will. You too. Ed Garber from Nutrient Ag. Take a break, and then who's up next, Matthew?
Up next, we have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency.
But first, this.
The weather has been very difficult to predict over the last year and a half, and many farmers have not had a chance to address soil health. Let's make this spring the start of something great. Your soil prep partner, Morgan Composting, can't control the weather, but they can save you time and money.
Your fields already have nutrients locked in the soil. Dairy Dew Layer manure-based compost blends naturally release these nutrients, improve the biology, and help with moisture retention. Get a custom Dairy Dew blend made for what your soils and crops need to maximize your dollars and prep your farm for a healthy and profitable growing season.
With granulated fertilizers and powerful liquid amendments too, save time by getting your entire fertility plan made in one place. Morgan Composting, serving Michigan farmers for more than 25 years. Call the soil health experts now at Morgan Composting or visit dairydew.com to learn more.
Healthy plants come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
You're going to need some tree trimming, maybe some tree removal. Well, of course, here over the next couple of days, we're going to have some pretty windy days. Hard telling what's going to happen. Legendary Tree Care, though, is ready for you. They are fully licensed and insured, and they do specialize in big projects. For more information and a telephone number, go to legendarytreecare.com or like them on Facebook. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They've got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's that'll help you increase your yields. And, of course, certified crop advisor Vic Huffer, ready to answer any questions that you might have. They've been serving folks since 1983. Serving you is their business at Freeland Bean and Grain. Along with us right now, we've got Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Craig, we're talking about weather. Weather is the big news, not only how nice it's been, but how messy it might be over the next couple of days. One of the products of thunderstorms is what?
Right, Terry. Hopefully we don't get any, but hail is always a possibility, especially this time of year. We had some nasty hail events last year, and that has played into the insurance market a little bit, but along with those events, nationwide, we've been having more and more too. So when it comes to hail damage on your house and your barns and your sheds, double check your policy or talk with your agent. The coverages for hail specifically have been changing. The deductibles have been going up. Some insurance companies are choosing not to cover we'll call it dimpling on the metal roofs and metal siding. They'll only cover the hail damage if it's punctured. So just make sure you're up to date on your coverage, and you may want to make some adjustments on your policy depending on the buildings you have on the farm.
Good advice. Craig, we'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Sounds good, Terry. Thanks.
Fantastic. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Horse owners, trainers, veterinarians agree there's an equine feed that is available designed to prevent colic and breaks down quickly in the body so its nutrients are used rather than lost. Total horse care begins with Total Feeds. Bianca Berchtold, one of the top U.S. dressage riders in the world, finds that Total Feeds is best for her horses and gives her a competitive advantage too. So see it for yourself. You might even want to become a dealer. Get all the details by going online to mrftotalequine.com or call 833-750-0750. Along with us right now, Matthew, we have Jerry Samolsky.
Yes, we do. Mr. Jerry, how are you doing today?
Wonderful, guys.
What should we be doing right now, Jerry?
Terry, I've got guys out mowing their grass already, and if you're mowing your grass already, you're probably mowing too close. Let it grow a little bit. We want to keep a longer turf and let that grass grow. And again, we're still in a big hurry to get that pre-emergent down, but we're still, I would say, a little early. If you're just doing your own, I would say it's definitely early. And I'd say we're going to have about a week and a half or two before you want to get it on your own. You're better to put it on the later end of the spectrum than the early end, so that way it's there in strength later in the season when crabgrass really wants to grow, instead of spending your days of control when it's not going to be growing.
All right. More on all of that tomorrow and the plan of the week, right, Jerry?
Absolutely. I got a great plan of the week. One of my faves.
We'll look forward to it. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center over in Essexville. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Giving the new trees and shrubs the best start possible. Along with us right now is Chuck Servinski with Maple Hill Nursery. Chuck, what are you advising?
Hey, we're nearing that spring planting season, and give those new trees and shrubs the best start possible with Tree and Shrub from Dairy Dew and Morgan Composting. It gives trees and shrubs a jump start with all the nutrients necessary for vibrant and colorful foliage as well as root development, and also has the added benefit of triple ground bark for great water holding capacity. For new plantings, mix equal parts of tree and shrub with existing soil and fill it in around the plant. This product can also be used with Healthy Garden Fertilizer from Morgan Composting as well.
So all we got to do for more information is stop by.
And let us show you how to do it with Dairy Dew products from Morgan Composting.
Chuck Servinski, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Okay.
All righty. Chuck Servinski with Maple Hill Nursery. We'll be right back. Experience the most reliable RTK signal from PC Ag Solutions, compatible with most GPS receivers. Trade in your old radio or modem and get an affordable subscription through us. We have over 25 base station locations across the Lower Peninsula, and we're always looking to add more to our network. Discover more power, more accuracy, and more coverage with our 450 megahertz signal. Call us to learn more today. PC Ag Solutions, 989-868-4444. Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. 800-234-3280 or go to their website at steinertractor.com. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios. WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. WS